What's up, everybody? So today we're going over the newest update for the 0DTE credit spreads indicator version 2.4. You'll see some pretty cool updates, but the foundation and fundamentals of it, of the original one, still in place. So it's really just more visual stuff for your backtest table, things like that. But some really cool updates. So you can see, for example, this was the old way. So let's say it was a put credit spread was fired here, and one was fired here. Looking at the, how price ended the day, these were actually both winners. But if you set your take profit for partial at about 70%, you'll notice that price never touches here. Price touches here, but not here. So if you're looking at this, you're like, oh, that's a loss. Well, technically, no, it's not a loss, because if I got max profit down here at the end of the day, then yes, I would have gotten 70%. But that line doesn't reflect what true theta is showing. So what we've done is, instead of having it be a horizontal line, it's going to be more of a curve to represent that time decay. But don't worry, if you like the horizontal line, that's still there. It's now just an option if you want that curve. So here it is, the use a dynamic theta take profit curve. You select that, and then your chart will update showing now this 70% take profit is not a horizontal line, but it's more of a curve. So if I were to get in here, yes, I might be, kind of breaking even, or maybe even losing a little bit, getting close to my stop loss here at this point. But as price starts to revert back up to the directions that we want, you could have taken profit here for 70% of the credit. Same thing here, got in, price is moving in our favor, so you're taking profit there. You'll notice too that when you adjust this to 80% or 90% or 50%, that this curve will adjust as well. It'll move up a little bit higher. So there's 80% of that credit. Now here's 80% of that credit. So kind of cool to show that when one of these signals happens, it's no longer a horizontal line. It's actually showing that theta decay. Another cool feature that we added is this starting balance. So if you want, you can take a look at, hey, if I started with $2,000 or $1,000 or $10,000, whatever, it'll show you on the backtest table. So let's go take a look at that and go to the beginning or the end of the day here. So here's our backtest table, and typically when I trade, I like to have it off, but for this, I'll have it on. So if I started off with basically $10,000, and we'll get into more what this contract scaling is, I can get, one contract or two contract or three contract or whatever you want. And you'll notice that here's my total P&L, and then now my new account balance. It's basically those two, profit added to your original starting amount. It is kind of like, dummy proof. Let's say I start off with $500, but I'm the type of person like, I want to get 4 contracts. Well, as you know, each contract each spread is about $500 collateral. So if I need 4 of them, that's not going to work out, because you can't do that. So the account balance is going to show NA. So if you see NA there, that's probably because your relationship between your starting balance and total contracts does not agree. So if you have $500, you can only get 1. The kind of cool thing is, if we're starting off with, let's say, a balance here, and I'm getting 10 of them, closing take profit, I'm going to close maybe 8 of them if it hits this 80% theta curve now. So the backtest table is showing more of a true representation of what's going on, because we have this theta curve and we're taking profit, when price hits that curve. So for example, here, if I'm getting in here, that 80% of my credit would be about there, and here's my success rate now. Pretty good. Last 90 trading days, only 1 loss, so it's a 98% win rate. If I started out with my account of $5,000, I've already made 10 grand, so I'm at $15,000. Pretty cool. The other thing, and be very, very careful with this, don't go too crazy with this, is this enable contract scaling. So it'll add 1 contract for every $500 in cumulative profit, and a new contract level is applied to the next trading day. So what this is going to do is it's going to add, and I'll start over, 1 contract for every $500 that we get. All right, let's see what that looks like. Okay, there we go. So in the last 90 trading days, you can see that I started out with 1 contract, but now I've built my account up to 5 contracts, and I've started out with basically $500, and I've made my new account balance is $2,700. So in the past 90 trading days, so that's pretty good. Keep in mind this is trading days, not actual days. So it's not 90 days, it's 90 trading days. The other cool thing about this is it's going to actually keep this relationship. So let's say I'm starting off with $1,000, so I can get 2 contracts, but I want to close one when I hit my take profit level of, let's say, 70%. Okay, this is a 2-to-1 relationship. I'm getting 2 contracts and I'm closing 1. So for every 2 that I have, I'll close 1. When I do this contract scaling, it will keep that same relationship. So see, I have 12 and I'm closing 6 now. So it's keeping that 2-to-1 relationship. So it's pretty cool how that works. If I decide to get, I don't know, let's start off with more, and now I have, let's say, a 5, and I'm closing out 3 of them. Now it's a 5-to-3 relationship. It's going to again keep that 5-to-3 ratio when you are scaling. So obviously it's making sure that it's going to scale at the appropriate levels depending on what ratio you have there. So again, for every $500, it's getting, you know, more and more contracts. And kind of building your account. So it's kind of a cool way if you want to do account challenges, or it's, you know, if I want to YOLO it and just basically see like, oh, if I just keep adding contracts for every $500 I get, what will happen? I don't necessarily recommend that. If this is something that you're, you know, want to do on a consistent basis and, you know, trade like this, if let's say you're starting out with $20,000 and you're starting out with maybe 10 contracts there, and I want to close, you know, I don't know, 2. So I'm not going to have a huge ratio or huge discrepancy between these 2. It's going to be kind of a smaller scaling of that. So it'll keep that same relationship, and you'll see, you know, your backtest table will adjust accordingly. Once you figured out kind of a solution for you or trading style for you, like what I always do, I go, okay, that looks good. I like a 94% success rate. Go ahead and just uncheck that backtest table, make a nice clean chart, so that way, you know, it's not overloading you with information and you're just basically just waiting for the signals. Just like before, same thing too. If you want to do alerts, it's the same thing. You click on alerts, make sure you're on the correct one. The any function alert will basically tell you all the information. Here's the credit spread, put credit spread, call credit spread, the credit, the confidence level, the strike line, the take profit levels, all that gives you all the information. But if you wanted individual information, you still have that option as well. Typically, I like to just any alert, just give me all the information all at once. Click create, and you're done. So that's it. That's the new updates. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. Again, all the other features are exactly the same. Nothing's changing with signals and confidence percentage and all that. The only thing that's changing is now we have this theta curve and contract scaling and account balance. So it's basically all the new changes only impact the backtest data to show what true profit and losses would be like.